welcome back to Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas.
It's been a tight game throughout, and it remains that way as we pick up the action in the fourth quarter.
3 yards remain for second down.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Flushed out right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
To the air again, Herbert. And Allen's got it.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30.
The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw.
Well, look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Rakiusin. And the Raiders are right back in this football game.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it's second down.
Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line.
71 yards on the ground here for Jacobs, and this is a first down.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Now Carr. Over the middle, complete. It's Cole. And he's able to get up here to the 26. The Raiders on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Adams.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down.
Now a second down and 6.
Going right side is White. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. On play action, it's Carr. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. From the 45 on second down. Carr,
a quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Try to run for it with Jacobs. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Josh Jacobs
with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken a fourth quarter lead. A late Turnovers so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day one of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
And now the Raiders will face an important two-point conversion attempt here. Carr will look to throw. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down.
Do you have one of those charts that tells you to go for two or go for one?
I don't. I know you do, but I don't care what the chart says there. You got to kick it, right?
I agree totally, because somewhere the chart's something's gonna pop out of the chart and say, hey man, just kick the extra point here. You're in good shape. I think they were chasing points there when they didn't need to.
Yeah, try to get a little bit greedy, take the lead in the fourth quarter. Now they still trail by 1.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, what a juke into space. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
On 2nd and inches.
Herbert.
Out left, he's got it to Everett.
And they're going to get this to about the 34-yard line.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
On first down, Justin Herbert. It's Williams on the catch.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning.
Second down and 3.
They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Play action. It's Herbert.
He gets this out to Spiller. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
I'm starting to wonder here, are they trying to prevent winning? Because right now, they're laying back and they're picking them apart, moving the ball downfield. I think they got to start bringing a little pressure towards the quarterback.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me?
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. One receiver left, 2 to the right.
Herbert going to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Austin Eckler.
Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Chargers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead.
They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead.
And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
Now Carr gets this to Waller.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Carr signaling to his guys, let's go here.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Here's Carr.
Throw left side complete. That's Edwards. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Carr to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And this ball is caught. Touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So the Raiders are going to get the football first here in the overtime session as we are back underway. Taken from about the 12. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. And now both of these defenses have something to brag about following this one, each with a pick 6 today.
They are even there, but we still have to decide a winner, don't we, partner? And what they really want to brag about after this one is getting that W. The turnovers are great. Can they make plays now that tilt the balance in their favor?
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not
today, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California,
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
Taken from about the 12. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. Will go down as a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Tua sets up to pass it. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Tua setting up shop to throw again.
That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
So the incomplete pass there, but the roughing the passer call bails them out.
Which means you have to stay on the field on defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention the free yardage after that mistake.
And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Again, it's Cohen. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tariq Cohen,
his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Sliding out of the pocket.
Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
The Chargers hit 9-3 here on the year, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Got a man, it's complete, it's Palmer. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. From the 50, here's Herbert. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. To throw on 2nd and 10. Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 34-yard line. Herbert back to the air. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, here's Herbert, escaping the pressure right. That is caught. It's Williams. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 24 yards. Herbert now toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
We pause for an injury here. It looks like it's Keenan Allen who's in some pain down there. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Josh Palmer, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room.
To a hit, and the ball is out. And picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Pulls it in at the 13, and he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. On first down, Tagovailoa. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he is and now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. So we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now the call.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. First down, a run with Cohen. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. The thing that they'll be... So the challenge there unsuccessful, and that means that he'll be out of challenges for the remainder of this ball game. On play action, here's Tua. Out to his left. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Looking to pass, Tua. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Tua going to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins are back within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to 2. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. Taken at the goal line. And he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. On the move to his left. Herbert able to show his reels as he gets the first.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
He'll buy some time right. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Herbert on first down now. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
That's a gain of 6 on the first down run. Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Chargers. Mike Williams from 17 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here, because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show, because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. The Dolphins on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Tua. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault, because to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut it down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Tua. Caught. It's Wilson. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A pretty big third down mistake right there.
No doubt about it, and everyone's going to be upset. But they have to get out of this now and go ahead and play. They could have someone come at them in a big way on the next down.
And he's got his tight end Gesicki in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. As we roll on here in the month of December, Week 14 coming up tonight. We got a good one in the AFC West. Get the Parkas out, Kansas City and Denver from the frigid Empower Stadium at Mile High. And then tomorrow night you can turn those Parkas in for some shorts, golf polos, and flip-flops. Monday Night Football in Arizona. Patriots, Cardinals, 8:15 Eastern. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert. Williams brings it in. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st down, Justin Herbert finding Williams once more, complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Herbert on 3rd down now. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. Here's Herbert. Rolling to his right. That's caught. It's DeAndre Carter. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Herbert operating from the red zone. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Now it's Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carter. Touchdown! DeAndre Carter from 6 yards away. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. And one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent, and that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. On the return, Carter. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Forced out to his left. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This offense so far on 3rd down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Open man, Parham. He's got him. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. And this play is going nowhere as he dives to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. Credit Melvin Ingram, able to get into the backfield and make the stop. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Herbert's throw taken in by Palmer. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the 1st half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
A chance to really cap off a big 1st half here as they come up on touchdown Chargers. Gerald Everett from 6 yards away. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Herbert. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they go to the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball on a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The Dolphins taking over now late in this 1st half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's got room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They'll get 34 yards there. Tua sets up to pass it. And he wisely will throw that one away. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, it would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Cedric Wilson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. They'll roll him out right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
A final shot before the break for Herbert. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. So we've reached halftime in a while. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. From down near his goal line here, Herbert sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. A give. Eckler running to the right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. Now Herbert off the bootleg. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Herbert now. He'll buy some time right. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, what looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Rodgers.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores.
So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
So, tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Caught by Wilson.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Can't go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. From the 39,
Tua.
and he completes it to Cohen. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And get this to his tight end, Gesicki.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to pass. Tua. That is caught by Cohen.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
He'll drop this one down to Cohen. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And, Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And, Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Tua going to throw over the middle and complete to Waddle. And the Dolphins are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Here's Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got a man, complete, 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that, man. One play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Pulls it in at the 13. Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. Taken from about the 12. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And Hill with it over the middle. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Tua, and he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So holding on the return, and that's going to back him up to start the drive.
He was trying to get the job done correctly, just trying to clear a little space for his returner. Ended up getting a little too much jersey and hooked the guy, hence the flag.
Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. On second down, Eckler. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. On third down, here's Eckler. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. On first down, Tagovailoa. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Austin Johnson gets the sack defensively.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Swings this out here for Cohen.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
So fourth down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that'll put us within 3 scores as it becomes now a 23-point game. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. Final minute now of the third quarter. Up the middle with Eckler. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
It's Eckler again. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A handoff, it's Eckler.
And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
The offense on third down, they've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Eckler now between the tackles. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Running on first down, Eckler. Jerome Baker there on the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On the give, this is Eckler. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Now Herbert gives this one to Kelly.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Second and 2.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. 52 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. They'll run here with Eckler. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. On 1st and 10 is Spiller. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Here's a carry for the fullback. This is Andy Janovich. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Eckler, touchdown, Chargers. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Sebastian Joseph Day able to record his 5th sack of the season. To try again after the sack. Tua, and they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play. See what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Over the middle here to Wilson. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 78 yards on the ground for Eckler here. That's a first down. Once more, here's Eckler. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Eckler. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Here is Eckler. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Spiller looking for space. And he'll yards the pickup, first down. They'll go right back to Spiller here on first down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. On the ground, it's Eckler. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And they take a knee. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Oh, he fakes a spike. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And that sack brings up 4th and goal, a loss of 7. Big play. Back to throw here, Herbert. This is caught, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both